The Brothers of Liberty, here to remind you what true freedom is. Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Liberty with the older brother Kelton here. Today we'll be talking about actor George Clooney. No, he's not making any movies. I wish he was. It'll give him less time to state his opinions that are nonsense. But I'm pretty sure some people think my opinions are nonsense. This one, though, may have everybody agreeing. According, well, maybe not because everybody want to cover for Biden and his incompetence, but according to George Clooney, he blames Biden's falling poll numbers on the Trump presidency. Yes, you heard that right. Trump has not been president since the beginning of January, but yet it's Trump's fault Biden poll numbers are falling, and his presidency is the reason. He stated that the poll numbers are attributed to how Trump's left the country. He also compared it to a battered child that thinking everything's gonna be on okay on the first day of school when it's not. One abusive child and the country, no comparisons. Um, no, you shouldn't even make that analogy. Sorry. That tells how the logic brain works. Two, if Trump presidency was the reason of his falling poll numbers, then why was he doing so great before August? If you can answer me that, then you're smarter than I am. His poll numbers started dropping after Afghanistan. Oh, well, Trump signed the deal. Yeah, Trump may have agreed to pull out of truth, but like a representative said, it didn't matter if we were going to pull out under Obama, Trump, or Biden. There would have been issues. Now, with that being said, what Biden should have done was pull out all non-combatants first and our allies, and then the military equipment, then the military. That's what a smart man would have done, not made a deadline. Oh, Barry has to be out by this time and have no definite plan on how to do it. That caused disaster. Getting servicemen killed because of it causes disaster. So no, that's when his numbers started falling. Had nothing to do with Trump presidency or Trump. Then, when he, on September 9th or 10th, when he initiated the vaccine mandate of anybody that has over 100 employees need to have their employees vaccinated or they lose their jobs, that's when his poll numbers fell even more. Because even at that point, there was unions who supported him that are now saying, no. Because I hate to tell you this, the vaccine issue is not a political issue. Everybody wants to make it a political issue. It's not. And that's why you want to now try to segregate the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. And all you're doing is hurting the Democrat base. Because now in New York City, you have Black Lives Matter marching with Trump supporters. You have people who supported Trump now questioning about what he did because their thing with Facebook, restricting conservative sites and they're saying, "Oh, Facebook's a private company." You just blew that out of the water because now you're saying that you have the authority to mandate private companies when you say, "Oh, private companies make their own decisions." That's what's happening here. That's why his poll numbers are falling, Mr. George. Why don't you go and take a politics class and learn about poll numbers and learn about everything in the political system? Because you saying that his poll numbers are failing because of a presidency that's been months away from now and into a new presidency and administration, even Dr. Fauci can't keep his lies straight anymore. CNN is having to admit failures of the president because they cannot cover up for him anymore. There are reasons why people are chanting, "Let's go, Brandon." And yes, there was people that was saying certain explicit things about Trump and his presidency, but not to this level. Poll numbers are not just done by one whatever, multiple poll numbers showing him falling in multiple areas. So you need to look at yourself in the mirror And you want to call Trump the knucklehead. Who's really the knucklehead? Because I'm pretty sure you believed what you said. And I think that's more of a knucklehead. Blaming falling polls when his polls are doing great on someone who hasn't been in office in about 9 months, 10 months now. But hey, whatever you want to think to try to make your president look good, to try to make an incompetent person look good, no matter what you do, he's still going to be incompetent. Because you can say everything you want in the world about him, but polls showed something different. Him speaking shows something different. I mean, come on. Everybody would argue who's the worst president, and he's just blowing those out of proportion. It's like the question, can you do anything more stupid? He's taking it as a challenge. In his younger days, as much as people did not like his politics in his younger days, at least he knew what he was talking about. You're trying to cover for his incompetence. I believe he has dementia. A lot of other people believe he has dementia. Because his younger days, when you look at speech from his younger days, and yes, some of them were still racist as hell, pardon my French, but at least then he was more coherent. Not like he is today, but that's just my humble opinion. What is your humble opinion? Like, share, subscribe. Any topics you want us to take a look at, always email us at brothersofliberty76@gmail.com. Like I said, we'll tackle anything that you want us to tackle. We're all about opinions and freedom of speech. That's why we're called the Brothers of Liberty. We're always here to remind you what true freedom is and ought to be.